Tonight's broadcast is about to begin. Thank you for joining us on Cedar Creek Media.
This is J.D. Bird. You are listening to Maybank Sports here on Cedar Creek Media.
It's showtime!
First, the starting lineup for the Varsity Yellowjakets. Senior, number 2, Ringle. Freshman, number 4, Kemp Yellowjakets. Sophomore, number 10, Carney. Senior, number 11, Emma Bailey. Junior, number 23, Kayla Miller. Kemp is coached by Cinder Miller, Arthur Street. Now the starting lineup for your Lady Panthers. 6-foot freshman post number 5, Honey Aldridge. 5'8" junior guard number 21, Jada Searcy. 5'6" junior wing number 4, Callie Smith. 5'6" senior wing number 1, JC Jones. And 5'8" senior guard number 11, Bailey Litchfield. Maybe it's coached by Jen Sutton, Kobe Sells, and Marcy Carter.
All right, well, yeah, JD, we had to cut in a little quick there, Bubba. There was a little late happenings on the camera. Of course, we can't control what time the camera cuts on. It's kind of a thing that's predetermined. So camera came on a little bit late, so we had to hop in a little bit late. You heard the starting announcements and you heard the national anthem, but now it's time to hear these two guys direct on about a little bit of basketball. So
Yes, sir.
It's Cedar Creek Media, as always. I'm Taylor Honey.
And I'm J.D. Bird.
And we have got a battle of two teams that are at different ends of the standings here, JD. Your Maybank Panthers, who are currently holding a 21-5 overall record, 4-1 in district play, are hosting the Kemp Lady Yellowjakets, 6-15 overall and 0-5 so far in district. So, but this is what the layman, or not the layman, but the sports personalities would call a trap game. This is a rivalry game, of course, a county rival, and of course it's, Maybank and Kemp. There's always going to be a little bit of, that friendly rivalry to it. So it's definitely a big game, and not one you want to, take laying down, but one you feel good about here for your Lady Panthers. And to bring you the rest of it, here is J.D. Bird.
Absolutely, as right there as you saw, Miss Honey Aldridge winning the tip-off, so Maybank's going to start it on offense here. Jada Searcy drives down into the lane, looks for the corner pass out there to Jones. Knocked out of bounds by Kemp. So it'll stay on this side now. Miss Bailey Litchfield to do the inbounding duties as she sends it up top to Honey. Honey passes it off to Searcy. Searcy finds Litchfield in the corner. Going to go down low to Honey. Honey tries for it, grabs her own miss, and puts it right back up. So a quick 2 points there for Miss Honey Aldridge.
Yeah, missed the first, but when you're that tall and you can collect it off the glass, sometimes those little mental mistakes are okay.
Absolutely, as good defense played right there from Miss Callie Smith to poke it out. Kemp will keep it on this side of the court, however. Going to get it up top there to number 2, Allie Pringle. Trying to go down inside. Able to grab the miss right there, number 23, Michaela Miller. She goes back up. Her shot is blocked, and after they tried to save it, it's going to go out of bounds off of Kemp. So now Maybank will take it the other direction. Bailey Litchfield bringing it down here. I'm going to hand it off to Miss Searcy. Searcy gives it off to Smith. Smith to Aldridge there. Standing on the free throw line, gives it back to Searcy. In the corner, Litchfield got the corner 3. Ooh, just off the mark there. Kemp able to grab the miss. So they will head the other direction now. Number 11, Emma Bailey bringing it down for him. She's going to try to go for the drive. Good defense played by Miss Callie Smith there once again. And this time, it will be Miss Callie Smith going to be committing the foul right there on Miss Emma Bailey, as she will head to the free throw line now to shoot some shots.
After this shot, I'll give you the starters here for Kemp. Never can tell if y'all can hear those. So the first one goes through there for Bailey. So starters, number 2, Allie Pringle, number 4, Kimberly Mendez, number 10, Rainey Carney, number 11, Emma Bailey, and number 23, Michaela Miller.
As you saw right there, Bailey able to hit the second as well. Callie Smith trying to drive inside, decides to send it back out to Searcy. Searcy goes all the way through the lane, ends it up giving it to Litchfield, who gives it to Jones for the shot. On the miss, Kemp's going to knock it out of bounds, so it'll keep it on this side of the court with Maybank here. All tied up 2-2 apiece. As Maybank once again kind of getting off to that little bit of a slow start on the offensive side of things. Trying to get an inside pass there to Litchfield. Oh, Jones trying to get it to Aldridge. Just goes off her ankle.
Yeah, I say it all the time. Right thought, wrong spot.
It will be Miss Emma Bailey dribbling up top of the key. Gonna try to go on the drive. Going to be stolen away there by Callie Smith. Had it whacked from her. Able to hold on to it. Goes for the layup. A little wild on it. J.C. Jones unable to wrangle in the rebound.
So it was knocked away by Kemp, though, so it stays.
So it'll stay on this side of the court. They get it into Smith, then right to Searcy, corner 3. Just a little off on that one. Good job by Honey Aldridge. Strong rebound, goes back up with it, tries to fight through the contact. She's going to be fouled. Heading to the charity strike now is Miss Honey Aldridge.
Yeah, Miss Emma Bailey listed at 5'7" on Kemp's roster. I don't believe that. And she went up against the 6-foot-tall Honey Aldridge. That was just a battle that was going to be tough for her to win no matter what.
Right there, Honey able to knock in the first one. And second shot also finds nothing but the bottom. As Kemp will take over now. Going to be running into a little bit of a press here by Maybank. Wild pass. It's stolen away by Honey. She's going to go all the way herself. Put it up and put it in with the left hand.
All 6 points for Maybank so far come off the hands of the freshman.
As now Kemp trying to get it across half court, fighting through this press. Unable to do so. Callie Smith going to steal it away. And foul going to be called there. Number 22, there's not a 22 out there, 23. So I guess 23.
Yes, sir.
Miss Michaela Miller going to be called for a push there. Maybank going to keep it on this side. They get it into Aldridge, hand it off to Litchfield. Litchfield going to come around, go for the layup. Not quite on that one. Kemp able to recover the rebound. As Miss Allie Pringle brings it down. Now long three-point attempt right there by Kimberly Mendez. Able to find the bottom. And just like that, only a 1-point deficit here. Maybank still with the lead. Callie Smith thought about a 3 for a second, then tried to go baseline. Number 11, Emma Bailey, going to get caught with a push there as Smith was trying to go right around her.
That's going to be her second, too, here pretty quickly. So going to have to reel it in a little bit.
Litchfield going to inbound right there to Jones. Jones going to take it. Ooh, had a nice pass to Aldridge, but she wasn't quite ready for it.
Yeah, Aldridge still working against a post. Wasn't watching where the ball was. It was a perfect pass by Jones. Don't see many mistakes by Honey.
Not often. Is now Kemp trying to break the press. They finally get it across half court, but Honey Aldridge there to save the day. Steals it away. She's going to try to go coast to coast. Ends up giving off to J.C. Jones there. She's going to go for a shot. Not quite there on that one, but Honey Aldridge in there to fight for the rebound and fight for the shot. It doesn't fall for her, but she will head to the line once again to shoot.
Let's see who they get that foul on. If it's on Bailey, that did get it on Bailey, so that's already 3 fouls. So she, 3.5 minutes into the game, has already got more than half, or got 3 of her 5 fouls she can give.
So right there, Aldridge shot finds nothing but the bottom.
Dream Brown going to come in and take over for Bailey for Kemp. And as you said, big substitution over there for Maybank as well.
Yep, Miss Taylor Granger, Nina Sanchez, and Kendall Woods all coming into the ballgame. Second shot there for Aldridge also finds the bottom, as they're going to stay in this press. Looking for a line drive shot on the sideline, able to grab it. As Kemp able to get it across half court, but Miss Pringle forgot to put it on the ground before she took her steps. So travel going to be called on her. After the turnover, Miss Searcy going to be bringing it down. Waits a second to get coach's instructions there. Over to Sanchez into the corner now with Woods. Woods goes baseline all the way. Able to put up a nice looking shot. Granger grabbed the miss, however. Goes back up with it. They're going to say it's poked out of bounds off of Granger's double miss by Kemp. So it's going to stay on this side of the court. So really nice job rebounding so far here from Maybank. Is right there, they get the inbound right to Honey. Honey's shot ends up going off the rim. Searcy was trying to re-grab it. They're going to say it went off of Kemp again, so it's going to stay here. Into the corner with Searcy. She's got the three. Ooh, just off the mark. Nina Sanchez, though, nice job coming in off the inbound. Puts up another shot, just not able to finish it, though. So now Kemp grabs the rebound, head the other direction. Pringle dribbling around with it. Going to get it off to Mendez. Mendez going to give it to Brown. Brown looks to go on the drive all the way. Can't quite finish there at the rim. Rebounded by Kendall Woods. Woods up ahead to Granger. Granger will slow it down, get it back to Searcy. Set up some offense here. Off the screen right there, Searcy was looking for the layup. Has to end up giving it off to Miss Sanchez. Sanchez all the way. As right there, Honey going to grab the miss after Sanchez. And she will be fouled once again. So a lot of free throws coming from Miss Aldridge so in the early goings of this one. Has already 5 fouls against Kemp. So everything now, Maybank will be shooting free throws. First shot on the way for Miss Aldridge. That one finds the bottom. 4-point lead now for the Lady Panthers. As Honey prepares for shot number 2. That one going to go up and finds it. Great job there by Honey to knock down another 2 free throws. Kemp working against the press. Number 23 right there, Michaela Miller. Gonna forget to put it on the ground before she took her steps. So another turnover right there for Kemp. It's now substitution going to come into the game. Number 12 right there, Tony Hawkins, going to come in for number 10, Rainey Carney.
Wonder if she's any good on a skateboard.
As right there, inside pass to Searcy. She's going to have it blocked. It goes off of Kemp, so it's going to stay on this side here.
Immediately coming in and making an impact there, though, is Hawkins.
Absolutely, as Maybank working on it again. Searcy going to go on the drive, and she's fouled hard.
They're going to get number 2, Pringle, that time.
As Searcy, I believe, her first time at the free throw line.
Yes, sir.
So far tonight, or today. Not really night yet, as the first one finds nothing but the bottom.
Well, we're usually here at night, so.
Stuck in my ways over here. Second shot incoming from Miss Searcy. That one also no problem going in. As Kemp now going to run some offense. Pringle trying to work against Woods. Hands it off now to Mendez. Mendez going to take another long three. No good on it this time. Brown trying to save it, and it's going to be picked up by Searcy. Searcy up ahead to Woods. Woods finally grabs it in. Ooh, wrangles it and goes all the way to the basket, puts it in.
That was a nice move there. We call that one the almost lost it but got it back special.
Ooh, good defense from Nina Sanchez right there. Not quite able to wrap it in for the steal. Ends up going out of bounds off of her, though, so Kemp going to have to reset on the sideline. But before that, Kemp's coach going to have to, Miss Lysidra Miller, going to call for the timeout.
Take a little break, talk things over, see how they're feeling about it. Of course, it's
9-point lead here for Maybank.
9-point lead for Maybank, and it hasn't exactly been pretty so far for Kemp, especially in the foul area. But, you know, whenever you've got a team that's really trying to scrap it and bring it to a team that seems to have a little bit more talent, you know, sometimes those kind of things happen, you know what I mean? So you can't fault them for trying to get Maybank off their game, knock them around a little bit. But so far, Maybank's done a really good job fighting through it and knocking down the shots when they've been there.
Absolutely. As Maybank out of the huddle now, waiting for Kemp to do the same. Taking their sweet time, trying to get every ounce of timeout that they can. As now they will come back on. It'll be Mendez. She'll inbound it right there to Pringle at the top of the key. Nina Sanchez again, just going to steal it away. Looking to go coast to coast, and she will put up a shot, and she does it. Nina Sanchez with, I believe, her first bucket of the game.
Yeah, 3 shots. That's her first make. We don't normally see her shoot too much in the beginning of the game. So.
Oh, good defense right there from Kendall Woods. Gets it up ahead to Aldridge. Aldridge going to take the easy layup there.
Yeah, Nina Aldridge, or not Nina Aldridge, Honey Aldridge, 9 points already. Or no, excuse me, 15, nope, 12. Can't count, my goodness.
As Kemp working on the offensive side once again. Miss Dream Brown right there trying to split a double team. I believe foul going to be called on number 10. Nina Sanchez going to pick up the foul there. As substitution comes in for the Panthers, Jada Searcy comes off. Miss Michaela White into the game. Once again, Honey Aldridge with a steal. Takes it all the way herself. Easy left-handed layup. Goes right back to work here. Nina Sanchez going to be quick about it. She's got the steal this time. Looks to go all the way. And she will. Misses the layup, but Kendall Woods right there to rebound it. Puts it up and puts it back in.
Kendall Woods, 4 points on the board now. 2 of 3 shooting.
As up ahead, Kemp goes to run some offense right there. I believe it's going to be called against Woods right there. And it is. Woods going to end up with a push. So.
As a career fat guy now, her arm is only about as big around as my wrist, but it is all muscle. That is 100% muscle.
As Kemp ended up throwing it out of bounds, but they said it was off of Maybank right there. Not sure what the call was. I think travel or something. Nonetheless, it's a turnover, and Maybank takes over. As Miss McKinley White going to bring it down, hands it off to Granger. Granger going to look to go on the drive. Little fadeaway shot there, almost hit it. Kendall Woods in for the rebound, though. Going to keep the offensive possession alive. Miss McKinley White trying to go inside on the drive. Falls down, ends up in the hands of Kendall Woods.
We'll call it an assist. We'll call it an assist.
That's an honorary assist right
an
there.
Honorary assist. I like it.
Kendall Woods on this side doing nice on the defense as well. as they're going to say it was last touch by Kemp, though. So once again, Maybank going to be head the other direction on offense. Not a lot of offense time here for Kemp so far in this one, as it has been a lot of control by Maybank. 24-5 here in the first period. Granger gives it off to Sanchez. Sanchez over to White. Trying to control the board right now. Hold on for the last shot. Granger hands it off to White once again. White working against it. Granger now going to take that last second three. Ooh, just off the mark. Thought she might have had it there. But that is how the first period will end. It'll be a 24-5 lead here for your Maybank Lady Panthers. As quickly we are going to take a little break, and we will be back here after this.
Hey Mom and Dad, what's one of the most overlooked safety features in a car? Everyone checks for seatbelts, turn signals, and airbags, but when's the last time you checked your son or daughter's tire tread? K&S Tires and 7 Points cares about your family's automotive safety and offers a full line of quality tires installed by a team of experts to help give you peace of mind as your loved ones drive to work, school, or run errands around town. Stop by K&S Tire today, just south of the light in 7 Points, and let them help keep your family safe on the roadways all year long. K&S Tires, great tires at wholesale prices.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the UIL.
And we're back here in Maybank. Once again, Cedar Creek Media here on the Maybank Athletics YouTube page. As Maybank went off for a nice 24 there in period number one.
We've been complaining about those slow first quarters, JD.
Yeah, first couple of minutes it looked like we might have another one, and then all of a sudden, flip the switch, as they would say. And 24-5, just like that, they lead these Kemp Lady Yellowjakets. As Kemp going to start it on offense this time, and quickly, Bailey Litchfield going to come away with a steal. Passes up ahead to Smith. Smith going to go all the way, puts it up and puts it in at the rim.
First shot, first make. There was a couple substitutions. Honey Aldridge and Nina Sanchez out of there. Got Litchfield down playing post. Don't see her play post too much. But then, as you heard, Callie Smith back out there as well.
As Kemp working on offense, going to take another long three here. Going to go just off the mark there on that one. Nice rebound by McKinley White. Finds a place to put it on the ground. Looks to go coast to coast. Finds Callie Smith standing in the corner. Smith, after her drive, finds Litchfield standing up top of the key. Great job by Callie Smith fighting for the rebound down there. And she's going to go and will end up on the charity strike after all that effort, as she is hacked. Foul going to go on number 12 right there, Ms. Tony Hawkins. First shot from Ms. Smith finds the bottom. Just continues to extend their lead here. As second shot on the way. That one going to end up going out, but Litchfield's there to grab the rebound. She gets it up top with White. White going to dribble around, gets it to Smith. Smith to Granger now. Granger going to hand it off to White. White had her drive kind of stumped there. Good defense by Kemp so far. McKinley White trying to go inside.
Yeah.
For that, travel is going to occur there.
Just a little too excited.
As Kemp's going to take over now, it will be Ms. Pringle bringing it down. Gives it off right there to Emma Bailey. Bailey going to take a long mid-range shot. Heads up play right there by Miss McKinley White to just let it go out of bounds, as none of her team touched it, so they will take it after the miss there by Miss Bailey.
Yeah, I remember she was the one that had the 3 fouls early in the game, so she's playing out there on strict conditions.
Good pass inside there by White to Granger. Granger going to put it up and put it in. So just continuing to build on their lead now, a 24-point lead for your Maybank Lady Panthers. As Kemp working on offense, turnaround shot right there, just off the mark. Woods not quite able to wrangle in the rebound, but it ends up going off of Miss Allie Pringle in the end. So Maybank going to take over after the miss. McKinley White bringing it down, hands it off to Litchfield. Litchfield does a nice move, tries to go all the way to the basket, and she is fouled hard as well.
Uh-oh, this rate, Kemp's going to have everybody fouling out before the end of the night.
It looks like number 12, Tony Hawkins, again with the foul. As Litchfield heads to the charity strike here. First shot on the way. That one's going to hit the back of the rim and come right back at her.
Well, Bailey's got a unusual shooting form, we'll put it that way. But tends to make you work for her, but hadn't found one hit the bucket or bottom of the net yet so far.
And right there, her second one also a little off the mark. Nice heads-up play by her, though.
Got group substitution coming in here, JD, and off the bench for the first time in a Panther varsity uniform, number 20, Presley Sims, freshman. And from what I hear, she's got a pretty sweet stroke like her brother, Carter Sims, plays with the Panthers, one of their number ones. So excited to see what she's got over there, JD.
Absolutely, as right here, Searcy going to bring it down, gets it to Sims there in the corner. Sims looking on the drive, has it stolen away from her. Number 11, Miss Emma Bailey, going to come away with it in the end as she brings it down the floor for Kemp. Trying to get the pass inside. Nice defense there from Searcy as Bailey going to throw up a three-pointer right there, and she's going to knock it down. That was one of the flattest shots that I've ever seen go in. That was more like a rifle shot right there. Ended up going in. As back on the other side of things, Maybank working around with it into the corner, back up to Searcy now. Searcy over to Sanchez, into the corner, Jones. Jones looked to put it on the ground, but before she could, she's going to be fouled right there. Number 12, Tony Hawkins, once again going to be caught with a foul.
And JD, you can tell how, and I'm sorry, not to totally change subjects on you here, but you can tell how excited the varsity team is to have Sims on this crowd or on this roster as well. They keep getting her the ball in the corner. They want her to hit that three. They want to give her that shot.
As right there, inside pass to Aldridge. She's going to make a quick move, puts it up and puts it in from in front of the rim.
16 now for Honey, had 14 in that first quarter.
As Kemp working back on the offensive side of things. Sims guarding Bailey here. Rebound ended up going back to Bailey, but then it was taken away.
Well,
Honey Aldridge grabbed the miss after Bailey's second shot, and they said that she had a foot out of bounds as she was going around everybody. So it will stay on this side with Kemp.
If anybody ever wants any Maybank Lady Panther trivia, you'll know that Presley Sims' first ever recorded stat is a block.
There you go. As right there off the miss, Jada Searcy going to grab the rebound, looks to go coast to coast, and she will. All the way, splits the double team right there, puts it up and puts it in.
Had a couple of passes, and we know Jada usually passes out of that, but she hadn't been shooting well so far tonight, so I think she just needed to see one in the bucket.
Absolutely, as Kemp once again working on the offense. Got it into the corner right there with Peyton Myers. Myers back up top to Pringle. Pringle hands it over right there to Miller. Stolen away by J.C. Jones.
The foul there, but it was a wide open Sims. Now, just seeing how well the girls are reacting to her being out there, now I'm invested in this. I want to see Sims get her first bucket as well.
As Nina Sanchez going to get the inbound to her. She's going to take it across the other side of the court, back over here to Searcy now. Looks to go into the corner, gives it right back to Sanchez. Now J.C. Jones, with no one really around her, puts up a nice little mid-range shot that finds the bottom.
Cheeky little find there by Jada Searcy.
Sanchez.
Sanchez, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Sorry. I was looking at Searcy. I knew it was Sanchez, but I was looking at Jade on the court.
As Kemp working on the offensive side again right there, looking to do some back down offense. Number 10, Rainey Carney, took a couple steps before she ever put it on the ground, so she's going to get caught with the travel. After the turnover, it will be taken over right here by Maybank. Coach Sutton talking to Searcy here as they bring it across half court. Sanchez gives it off to Searcy now. Searcy going to come around, looking for Sims in the corner. She's going to take a couple of dribbles, have it taken away from her, though. Number 2 right there, Allie Pringle, comes away with the steal. Bring it all the way down. Gives it off right there to Miss Bailey. She dribbles around top of the key now. Got it down inside right there. Number 23, Michaela Miller, had a shot go up. They're going to say it was blocked by Aldridge. So it'll stay on this side of the court with Kemp after it went out of bounds. Bailey going to do the inbounding for him. Is going to find Miller. Miller going to look to head to the basket.
Travel.
Goes up and right back down.
Yeah, Searcy saw that one coming immediately. Ball never even got out of the hand, so it turned into a travel.
Nice stiff block there from Miss Jada Searcy, as now she will bring it down the court for the Lady Panthers. Into the corner now with Jones. Jones is looking for a little skip pass over there to Sanchez. Searcy had the opportunity to get back to play defense, but just let him miss the layup organically. Ends up grabbing the miss.
Oh, not to disagree, but Sanchez affected that big time.
Oh, Sanchez did.
Yeah.
I was talking about Searcy coming back to,
to
lead that initial defense. She kind of just let it happen, but Sanchez absolutely did a great job on the defense there to disrupt that shot. As on the offensive side of things, not quite sure what happened as I was sitting there talking.
Right. That was my fault. Causing distractions.
Kemp going to take over and head the other direction, however. Pringle gives it off to Bailey. Another long 3 for her. That one's off the mark. Pringle grabs the miss, puts it back up again, and they're going to say she is fouled right here. So she'll head to the free throw line now to shoot a couple. See who they put it on. Looks like number 20 right there.
Yep.
Miss Presley Sims going to get caught with the foul. First one on the way from Pringle. That does find the bottom. As now substitution's going to come in. Callie Smith and Bailey Litchfield come in for Nina Sanchez and Presley Sims. Pringle's second shot. That one's going to be off the mark. Rebounded by Searcy. Gets it up ahead to Smith here. Smith ends up losing it.
Yeah, lost it. That was number 10 there, Carney, for Kemp, able to get on with it, and that was a good job there by the coaching staff for Kemp. Just call that timeout because right now they need to steal away any possession they can. It was really a good pass there by Searcy, but Callie just kind of let it eat her up a little bit, got into her, and you probably didn't hear it back at home. Our microphone's kind of close, but not that close, but she kind of let off a woo, like one of those uh-oh kind of things.
Knew she messed up on that
one. So.
As it looks like Coach Miller going to take the full minute timeout here. See the boys over there. Well, you can't really. Now you can see the boys over there as the camera turned to them. Starting to get ready to come out and shoot around a little bit during halftime. Of course, their game going to be following this one.
Yeah, short bench again tonight versus, looks like Kemp's got a little sizable bit of roster over there. But unfortunately, still don't see Mr. Matthew Cruz over there with the team, at least in uniform. And I don't see him around anywhere, actually. But so haven't got a chance to talk to Coach Carter about anything. But, of course, I was hoping that Matt's okay.
Absolutely. As back from the timeout now. Of course, Maybank quick onto the court. Kemp following a little shortly after. It'll be inbounded right there to Miss Emma Bailey, and she'll bring it down for the Lady Yellowjackets. Over right there to Pringle. Pringle trying to find a way to get around Litchfield, not able to. Ends up giving it off to Bailey once again. Bailey trying to get around Jones. And foul going to be called on Miss J.C. Jones right there.
Yeah, blocking foul.
It's only her first of the game, however. As she is one of those people that play some very up-close and personal defense. So her to only have one here in this first half. Not half bad. As right there, turnover by Kemp. Maybank going to head the other direction with it. As Searcy brings it down, gives it over to Litchfield. Litchfield finds Aldridge on the free throw line. Nice dribble down, finds J.C. Jones in the corner, and she's got it. Another 3 points here as time winding down in this half. 34 seconds remaining. Kemp working on offense, stolen away by Bailey Litchfield.
Oh, you okay? You good?
Ends up running into our table here as she was chased along the sideline. And it looks like they're going to say she was fouled, however. So she's headed to the free throw line now as Kemp once again with 5 fouls in this period. 28 seconds remain again, like I said. 38-9 the score.
I was about to say, well, at least whenever they cross the threshold this time, there's a whole lot less time left than in the first quarter.
Absolutely is right there. Litchfield able to knock down her first one. 30-point lead now for the Lady Panthers. Second one, not quite able to find the mark. Rebounded by Rainey Carney of Kemp there. So Kemp heads the other direction on offense now. Pringle working with it. Gives it up right there. Wild shot attempt there from Peyton Myers. Rebounded by Maybank. They head the other direction in the corner. Litchfield thought about a shot, gives it up to J.C. Jones. Jones on the drive. On the miss. It is rebounded by Miss Honey Aldridge. She goes right back up, and she is fouled again. So with only 3 seconds left in the half, Miss Aldridge standing on the free throw line.
Not gonna say it.
Saw a lot of it there in the first period. As the first one a little bit off the mark.
See, even thinking it, I was in my mind.
It was
I
the implication. We
knew.
knew, man. First one not quite able to fall for her. Second shot on the way. That one is able to find the bottom. So 40 points in the half for the Lady Panthers. Last second shot from Kemp, just heaves it from half court. Nothing going there, and that is how the first half of action will end for the girls here as the Lady Panthers lead it 40-9 up over Kemp. As we will head to halftime, I believe we're just going to play that one right there. So
yeah, you can just go ahead and play the spot, and then I'll give them points, and we'll get it set up for everything. Yeah, for anybody that wasn't able to tune in to our Tuesday night broadcast, the folks from Lindale asked us to do audio only. So, normally we try and put together a highlight package from the game before, but there was no package this week, so of course. But either way, it is what it is. But, yeah, we'll go ahead and take a short break, and then I'll come back and get you the points here.
Absolutely. With that being said, we'll see you after this.
Hey, Mom and Dad, what's one of the most overlooked safety features in a car? Everyone checks for seatbelts, turn signals, and airbags, but when's the last time you checked your son or daughter's tire tread? K&S Tires and 7 Points cares about your family's automotive safety and offers a full line of quality tires installed by a team of experts to help give you peace of mind as your loved ones drive to work, school, or run errands around town. Stop by K&S Tire today, just south of the light in 7 Points, and let them help keep your family safe on the roadways all year long. K&S Tires, great tires at wholesale prices.
Parks Environmental Services, located on 405 West Mason Street, provides customer service-driven experience that counts. They offer erosion control services such as rock filter dams and retaining walls, soil stabilization services like hydro seeding and sodding, as well as construction services such as land clearing and subdivision maintenance. Call Parks Environmental Services, the erosion control specialist, at 214-693-8056. And for any forestry mulching needs, call Right-of-Way Land Clearing at the same number. Again, that's 214-693-8056. Parks Environmental Services. putting it down to protect your ground.
Kylie with Double K Photography will help you never forget all those special occasions, wedding and maternity photos, as well as family and senior portraits, just to name a few. With over 5 years of professional experience, Kylie can transform your wildest dreams into reality with pricing options available to fit every budget. Contact Kylie by email to book today at hello@doubleKphotography.studio or online at www.doublekphotography.studio, where you can also see samples from Kylie's previous works and client testimonials. Double K Photography, a proud supporter of Maybank Athletics.
Half-court press. And right there, Litchfield's going to just be able to knock it away. And Honey Aldridge all alone, going to put in the easy layup. Find nothing going. Gets it to Litchfield. Litchfield on the drive, puts in the floater.
Bailey Litchfield wasting no time.
Jones over to Litchfield. Litchfield going to take another three. That one a little off the mark. Jones. I don't know exactly what happened right there, but it ended up in the hands of Miss Searcy, and she puts it in the basket. Inside now with Smith. Smith going to put it on the ground and then give it over to Granger. Granger going to go on the floater, puts it off the backboard and in.
Nice move by Taylor Granger, I think.
Pass half court. Skips it over there to Searcy. Searcy going to go all the way to the basket. Wow. Goes up and goes in.
Tough basket there for Jada. Came at a big time, too. Lady Panthers needed something.
Phelps. Granger gets it at three-point land. Thought about it for a second. Searcy going to go all the way to the basket. Puts it up and puts it in and one. White slows it down, tries to get it to Granger. Wow.
Bodies piling up here.
It's a fight for it. Bailey Litchfield comes away. Taylor Granger all alone going to take the right-handed layup. It is up and in. See, Searcy with a nice cross there. Going to go all the way to the hoop. Ooh. Nobody stopped her. Able to put it in.
She's feeling it.
Give it back, and it's stolen away by Callie Smith. Looks like she's going to try to go all the way.
Oh. Circus
and
foul.
Going to put in the and one.
Wow.
Searcy going to get it all the way to Callie Smith. Callie going to go all the way in, and she's got it right there with the floater.
Well, maybe
trying to figure out a way to run their offense here. Is right there. Callie Smith comes away with another steal. Going to slow it down a little bit and has the layup. Nice and easy right there from Miss Callie Smith. Rebounded by Honey. Sanchez up ahead to Searcy. Searcy just goes right through the double team. Into the corner with Smith. Smith all the way to the hoop. And she's got it with the drive. Scary pass right there, but able to get it to Sanchez. JC Jones on the baseline drive. She's going to put it up and put it in.
Little English on that one.
7 seconds left to do something here. They get it into Miss Searcy. Searcy trying to push it up a little bit. She's going to go all the way. And she's got it. Call it good before the buzzer. As take a little hop stop. Gets it to Searcy. Searcy going to go on the drive all the way. And she's got it.
Another and one opportunity here. Clarify that it was on Maybank.
3-point attempt coming from Van. That one going to go off, but they're able to grab the miss. Honey Aldridge doing a nice job to poke it out and get it on the ground. Litchfield gets down there with it. And possession going to go in the way of Van here.
I'm telling you, for anybody that ever said boys sports are tougher than girls sports, they haven't been to a high school girls basketball game because they end up on the ground so much. I mean, just the amount of knees and elbows smacking hardwood during one of these games is just amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I sound like a broken record. I've said it 100 times, but I will be broken taking half of these hits. So these girls are as tough as they come.
Hands it off right there to Walker. Walker going to try to go in. Wow, what a shot right there.
Just a throw up that she makes go in somehow.
Threw up a prayer and it worked out for JC Jones trying to respond quickly. Nice job by Honey on the offensive board. Puts it up and puts it back in. Looking to pass it over to Litchfield, but Litchfield told her look down court. And Nina Sanchez picks it up, tries to go with a little floater. Honey Aldridge grabs the miss. She's going to kind of slow things down here. Inside to Aldridge. Aldridge finds Granger in the corner, and she's got it.
First 3 made tonight for the Lady Panthers.
And right there, Van gonna go on the drive. Walker not able to get it to fall for him. Wow, what a find by Aldridge all the way down the court. Great job by McKinley White. Crashing the board right there. Puts it up and puts it in right before the buzzer. And to Litchfield, back to Sanchez. Litchfield then throws it up ahead to Smith. Smith gonna go all the way, and it's gonna bounce in. Great job right there by a lot of fouls in the late going in that one as well, as has this one. So time just ticking away as all these fouls are called as Litchfield finally finds the mark there from three-point land. Sanchez flipping sides of the court. Gets it inside the woods, hands it off to Granger. Granger gonna take the little jumper, and she's got it to fall.
Got that soft bounce.
Alrighty, and we are back here. When I say we, I mean me at the moment, as Taylor's coming back to join me right now. Really quickly here, I'm going to take a look at the stats for Maybank. We have got the leading scorer, of course, Miss Honey Aldridge with a 17-point half in this one. Coming in right behind her, Miss J.C. Jones with, is that 7 points that
Yes.
she's got there? 7 points.
Yeah, here, you want me to read my terrible handwriting
there you
down
go.
on the back? Sorry. All right, so
I was conflicted of whether it was 7 or 9. Wanted to make sure.
I've got strange handwriting, I know. All right, so yeah, leading scorer, as you said, Honey Aldridge, the freshman, 17, going 7 of 8 from the free throw line, and then 5 of 7 from the field. So she has definitely been on fire so far tonight. Then, yeah, J.C. Jones right behind with 7 points. Kendall Woods right there in the third spot with 6. Jada Searcy has 4. Callie Smith 3. Taylor Granger 2. And Bailey Litchfield 1. So, and then over on the other side, you have got, Emma, right? Yeah, Emma Bailey is leading Kemp. She has got 5 points. Mendez, number 4, that is Kimberly Mendez, has got 3. And then Allie Pringle has 1 point.
That's the way the scoring has gone for both of these teams so far here in this one, as Maybank going to be holding on to their nice lead that they got themselves in the first one. 31-point lead for them, as Kemp going to start things off with possession here to start the second half of it. As they get it inside right there to Hawkins. Hawkins passes off to Pringle. Pringle dribbling around with it now, looks to try to drive inside. Goes all the way to the basket, not able to finish there. Rebounded by Miss Aldridge. Aldridge gonna go all the way. Nice little move from her as she puts it up and puts it in. Now it'll be Kemp headed back the other way. Pringle gonna pass off to Brown. Brown almost lost it there. It was saved by Miss Hawkins. Hawkins going to hand it off to Bailey there. Bailey going to dribble it around up top of the key. Trying to get it inside right there to Hawkins. Poked away by Honey. Oh, illegal screen called right there. I believe they're going to put it on number 12, Miss Tony Hawkins. That'll be her 4th, so she's got to be careful in this one. As Jada Searcy now going to bring it down a little slowly like for Maybank. Going to hand it off to Litchfield. Litchfield looks to rip inside, goes all the way to the hoop and puts it in.
It wasn't pretty, but it went in.
Bounced around there for a bit before it finally decided to find the bottom. As Kemp now taking over, Pringle brings it down, hands it off right there to Miller. Miller going to take a shot. Nothing going there as Aldridge going to grab the miss. Litchfield bringing it up. What a pass.
Beautiful.
Perfect lane filling right there on the fast break there as Callie Smith found the nice spot to be able to help out Litchfield on that one. Kemp now back on offense. Bailey going to get it inside right there. Almost taken away by Honey. ends up being a missed shot by Bailey. Searcy passing a little too far ahead of Jones right there. Searcy with a turnaround shot, not quite going. As now Kemp takes over. Pringle was the first one with it to get down there. Waited for her team to slowly join her. As Miss Brown tried to rip baseline there, Litchfield going to knock it out of bounds. So it stays on this side of the court with Kemp.
Yeah, that's Dream Brown, number 15, getting subbed out for number 4, Kimberly Mendez.
And it'll be in to Miss Mendez. Gives it back up to Bailey. Bailey looking for somewhere to go with it. Gonna get it inside right there to Hawkins. Hawkins turns around, gets it to Mendez.
I think Mendez is kind of giggling. You see the smile on her face. She's like, really? What do they have her listed as? 5'1", and you got the second biggest girl on the court for Maybank guarding her. So she's just kind of like, what do I got to do to catch a break here?
Mendez now back with it. Going to take a long three. Just heaved up a prayer. Saved by Miss Searcy as she was about to go out of bounds with it. Gets it up ahead to Callie Smith. Oh, not a friendly roll right there, but she grabs her own miss and puts it back up and in.
She says, no. I'm getting those points. That's not happening.
Those are my points. As back on it on this side, Hawkins with it. Going to give it off to Bailey. Bailey going to take a little dribble step over, puts up the little mid-range.
You notice that Emma Bailey is continuing our theme this year of left-hand domination of basketball.
Into the corner with Callie Smith, just off the mark there with that three. J.C. Jones, though, however, grabs the miss. On the backside, Callie Smith. Before she took the shot, they're going to say she was pushed right there. I believe they're going to put it on number 12.
They do. That'll be it for her.
And she is out of this one. Still 4:31 left to go here in period number 3, and you've lost one of your bigs. As the inbound goes to Honey Aldridge there in front of the rim, she puts it up, and she is fouled, so she'll head to the free throw line once again. Has found herself there a lot today.
Yeah, 4 times so far. 6 of 8. Or 7 of 8, excuse me.
As already 3 fouls have gone against Kemp's team. Right there, shot number 1 ends up coming off the back iron, right back at her. No good on the first. And second shot on the way. That one is going to find nothing but the bottom. As Kemp now going to take over once again on offense. It'll be Pringle bringing it up for him. Pringle going to try to get it inside, and she does right there to Miller. Miller comes back to Emma Bailey. Bailey gets it inside right there to Carney. Carney back down, decided to give it back up to Pringle. Pringle now dribbling around with it, takes a nice mid-range. Just off the mark there. Good effort by Callie Smith to haul in the rebound. And she looks to go coast to coast with it. Nothing going there on that one. As Kemp going to take over after the miss. It'll be Pringle bringing it down as Kemp looks to try to make something work on offense. Emma Bailey going to take a long three right there. Top of the key, nothing going. Jada Searcy able to grab the miss. Searcy looking to go coast to coast, finds Litchfield in the corner. Bang! As she's got the corner three.
Second one she's put up tonight, first one she's made. 5 points now for Miss Bailey Litchfield. 4 points, excuse me.
41-point lead here for the Lady Panthers now.
Oh.
As Kemp just has.
Golly. I hadn't looked at the scoreboard in a minute until you just said that, boy.
Yeah, 51-11 is the
52.
deficit at that is exactly what that number is. I was staring right at that one number, and I still said it incorrectly.
That's why we're here with each other, JD. One of us is half wild A half the time, but you know.
Oh, man. Like you said, though, 52-11, 41-point lead here for Maybank. As Maybank passing it around the outside here. McKinley White looks to go on the drive, find Woods in the corner. Woods going to put up a shot. On the miss, Aldridge is right there. It was almost an honorary assist right there. As Woods shot a little short, ends up in the hands of Aldridge. She's able to put it up and put it in. Woods on the defense almost comes away with a steal. Pringle able to get through all the traffic, though. As
Honey
Aldridge
Regis came down with the rebound, put his shoulder up, and it was Nina Sanchez.
Sanchez able to dribble inside, gets it to the corner. McKinley White now going to shoot the three into the hands of Honey Aldridge, and she is pushed around down there on her shot. As she will once again head to the free throw line.
This will be 11 and 12 coming up.
First shot on the way. That one goes back iron, heads into the hands of Miss Nina Sanchez over there. No good on the first. Second shot on the way. 2:26 left to go here in period number 3 now. As that one got to bounce around a while and end up going out. Rebounded by Mendez of Kemp. And they head the other direction. Mendez just ends up knocking it off her own feet. McKinley White picks it up. Finds Miss Sanchez there, running a nice lane on the fast break. Nina able to put it up and put it in. As Pringle brings it down, immediately picks up her dribble. Gives it off to Bailey. Bailey trying to get it inside right there to Miller. Granger just standing in front, though. Granger going to go all the way just off on the layup. Emma Bailey grabs the rebound and heads the other direction. Pringle going to take a three-pointer here, and she's got it.
Splash that one down.
As it'll be Maybank now, headed the other direction on offense. Nina Sanchez drives inside, finds Woods for three. Woods, just off the mark, but it's rebounded by Aldridge. She puts it up, puts it in right there. No foul, however, this time.
Yeah, and that's the problem for Kemp is they can't foul her down there in the bottom. Oh.
And another long three-pointer right there.
Pringle, too.
Pringle's starting to heat up a bit here for Kemp.
Yeah, back-to-back possessions.
Into the corner right there. Granger going to take the three. It's off the mark, but Woods there for the rebound. Outside again with McKinley White. She's going to drive inside, put up a little floater, and she is fouled. So she heads to the free throw line. Of course, in the act of shooting, or at that point, that is now the 5th foul for Kemp. So everything now in the bonus for Maybank.
Yeah, McKinley trying to get on the board here. She's only put up one shot so far tonight.
Her first free throw going to end up going off the back iron. No good on the first. 55 seconds left here in period number 3. As still a nice lead for Maybank here. Shot on the way, and it is going to fall for her. McKinley White able to find her way on the board. As Kemp going to go back in the other direction. Pringle bringing it down. And gets it inside to Carney. Carney tries for the shot. Nothing going as Aldridge is right there to swat that one away. Granger bringing it down the court. She's going to go on the shot. Got a little tripped up there. No fouls called, however. They're going to say it went off of Kemp, so it's going to stay on this side with Maybank here. Inbound right there to Sanchez. Sanchez finds Woods, top of the key. Woods dribbles over and finds Miss White. White looking to go down into the corner is poked away by Pringle there as it soars out of bounds. Maybank going to keep it here. 28 seconds now left in the period. Nina Sanchez finds Granger in the corner. Three-pointer a little off the mark. Woods with the rebound, but nothing going there as they are going to catch Taylor Granger right there with a foul on one of those rebounds. So Kemp now going to take over. 17 seconds left to go in the period. Pringle bringing it down. Looks like she was thinking about a 3 for a second, decided to continue dribbling, gets it inside to Kearney. There are 2 Lady Panthers just standing over her as Granger and Aldridge combine to create a wall of hands. Pretty much no time remaining here on the clock. Sanchez gets it into White. White tries to turn around and throw something, but it was only at like half effort as they knew that one was over. Really quickly here, we're going to take another break, and we're going to be back with the 4th period of action here after this.
Parks Environmental Services, located on 405 West Mason Street, provides customer service-driven experience that counts. They offer erosion control services such as rock filter dams and retaining walls, soil stabilization services like hydro seeding and sodding, as well as construction services such as land clearing and subdivision maintenance. Call Parks Environmental Services, the erosion control specialist, at 214-693-8056. And for any forestry mulching needs, call Right-of-Way Land Clearing at the same number. Again, that's 214-693-8056. Parks Environmental Services, putting it down to protect your ground.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
And we are back here to start the 4th period of action as Kemp going to start things off with it. Inside with Kearney. Going to pass back out to Pringle. Pringle now going to go around the screen. Little mid-range shot coming from her, nothing going there. Jada Searcy able to grab the rebound. Passes it up ahead to Litchfield. Litchfield finds Sims. Sims knocks it down for the and one.
Presley Sims gets it to go down.
And heads to the charity strike now for a chance at a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. But before she's able to take her shot, timeout called now by Miss Lacidra Miller, the coach for Kemp, as this time only going to be a 30-second variety one.
Yeah, but how about that big moment here, and you can see everybody just as excited for Presley there as Presley was for herself. I think actually she was the one that was the least excited about making the points, but her whole team exploding around her and more than happy to see the freshman. And, you know, that's the thing is she is a freshman. So, like, to come in and get the respect of this team this quickly, I mean, that's a big deal. So, obviously, she's shown a lot in practice or just being around that these older girls are definitely excited to see her here getting her shine on.
Absolutely. After the timeout now, we go back to Miss Presley's free throw attempt here. Off the front of the rim, but Bailey Litchfield there to grab the rebound. Passes off to Jada Searcy. Searcy does a nice job finding Granger, just unable to finish there at the rim. Kemp going to go the other way with it. It's Mendez with it at the moment. Going to try to get it off right there to Myers. Stolen away by Litchfield. Litchfield up ahead. J.C. Jones now for 3. Nothing going there. Searcy there for the rebound with a little turnaround shot. Grabs her own miss, puts up another one. Granger able to grab a shot. 3-point attempt there from Sims off the mark, but Jada Searcy again with a rebound. Puts it up and puts it in close.
Yeah, hey, you know, this is a good thing, though, getting the young girl out here, let her work out the nerves, get a little see the game speed. You know what I mean? Again,
absolutely.
Me and you were athletes a million years ago, and that's something you heard coming up, you know, through the ranks, you know, middle school, freshman ball, whatever it was. You always heard once you get to varsity, there's just a next level speed that happens. And that's exactly what Sims is figuring out right now. But getting that little taste, that little dose of it right now, definitely a good deal.
Absolutely. As Kemp not able to really secure the inbound, it ends up going off off of them. So Maybank takes over once again. Searcy with it at the moment. Gets it into the corner with Sims. Sims going to put up another three. Bang! She's got it! As Presley Sims puts in the three.
Went from none to 5 real quick.
As Kemp once again on the offense of it. 3-point attempt from them. Nothing going. Jada Searcy
They want
had
nothing to
it
do.
ripped away from her.
They want nothing to do with going in the paint. They are going to be satisfied to shoot from some distance.
As now some substitutions going to come in for Maybank.
It's Honey and Woods, Nina and White all in.
So it looks like all four but Miss Presley Sims ends up coming off and headed to the bench.
I would imagine she's going to play this full quarter. Presley, that
Yes.
is, just let her get out there and really get some run and some rub. Not trying to sound rude, but also when you got a 50-point lead, it's or almost 50-point lead, it's probably a good time to run the new girl out there.
Absolutely, trying to get it there to her. Able to save it as now Woods from the opposite corner. Nina Sanchez now going to put up a three. That one off the front of the rim. Woods there to save it.
Twice.
Oh,
Guess they
as
stepped
right
on the
there,
line.
she's going to have a foot on the line. It'll head the other way now with Kemp. Sure what was going down right there. Kemp.
Him and Coach Sutton talking to each other. I think it was kind of I think he was walking backwards, bumped Coach Sutton, thought about it, and then was like, realized where he was. I think he was going to give, well, I think he was going to give Coach a bench violation, and then the referee realized where he was in the bench area.
Absolutely. As Kemp now, it'll be Miss Emma Bailey there looking for a reverse layup. She's going to be fouled on it, so she's going to head to the free throw line.
Yeah. Been a pretty good night so far. Well, so far, been a pretty good night regardless. It's the first shot there, no good for Roberts. But, yeah, that was one of the few times we've seen it. Maybank kind of bail somebody out there, and Sanchez that time did bail Roberts out because that was an awful shot attempt.
Second shot on the way. That one does fall for Miss Emma Bailey. As McKinley White bringing it down, gets it to Sims. Sims able to break through it all the way to the rim, and she's got it. Put another 2 points there beside her total as
7.
she is having herself a little bit of a quarter on the
Nice
other
move.
end of it. Nice move there from Kemp, able to find the bottom of the net.
That was Miranda Lemon, first time we've called her tonight.
As Nina Sanchez with it now, going to give it off to Aldridge. Aldridge shoves off Miss Miranda Lemon, who ended up going on her back. No foul called, however. As now a 50-point lead for Maybank, 70-20 here over Kemp. 3-point attempt coming Kemp's way. Nothing going.
By the way, Honey Aldridge now 26 points here tonight.
Phew. As Maybank will take over once again. Nina Sanchez this time, it looks to bring it down. And she's going to find Woods in a nice spot right there down there. No one really around her. Another 2 points for Miss Kendall Woods on the day.
She's got 8.
As nice defense right there from Miss Honey Aldridge.
Oh.
And good effort there from McKinley White to get on the floor for it. Sims going to try to come around for it. No foul called. Aldridge there for the rebound, but too many people around her. They just kind of hungry hippos it out of her hands. As now the shot on the other end for Kemp, nothing going. Nina Sanchez grabs the rebound, goes quickly, goes all the way. Nothing, not quite there on that one. Woods there to try for the rebound. Jump ball going to be called. And it looks like substitution as Honey Aldridge is going to come off. And Miss Callie Smith back into the ball game as they now really don't have any big out there as they have got quite the short team playing at the moment. Kendall Woods, though, with a nice mid-range jumper. puts it in.
Kendall Woods into double digits for the first time, I believe, this season. Here now, 10 points.
And on the other end of it, Kemp tries to get it inside to Limon, and nothing going there, as it'll be a turnover. Maybank will take over once again. 3:14 left to go here in the period, as Nina Sanchez bringing it up for Maybank. And nice backdoor cut right there from Sims. Nice find from Sanchez. Great all-around effort there on that play, as another 2 points for Miss Presley Sims. Pringle looking for somewhere to go with it. Kind of lost control there for a second, able to get it to Emma Bailey. Bailey going to come around, being defended closely. Pringle now for a three-point shot. Nice job by Woods blocking that one. It was out of bounds off of Woods, however, so it'll stay on this side with Kemp. Emma Bailey doing the inbounding, tries to get it inside to Pringle, and she eventually does. Pringle puts up the shot in front of the rim. Rebounded by Sims. Sims going to try to bring it down all the way. Has it kind of poked ahead of her and loses it. As now Limon coming down. Gets it to Pringle for three. That shot no good. Woods content to let it just go out of bounds.
I think Sims, she looks a little winded right now. She's doing her best to impress her new teammates, but she is leaving it all out there on the line.
Yeah, she's been in pretty much this entire period. Nice find from Sanchez over there to the open Woods. And nice find by Woods to Miss Presley Sims. As she's going to be fouled on her shot in front of the rim.
Oh, hold on now. I clicked in the wrong box there, JD. I accidentally hit three-pointer. She didn't hit three-pointer. She's going to the free throw line. There we go.
As first shot on the way, that one finds the bottom.
First made free throw of varsity career from Miss Sims.
And shortly here, after her nice little wind-up, second one on the way. That one also nothing but the bottom.
That's exactly what Coach Sutton told me as I was talking to him a little bit before the game. We saw her. You know, so I said, let me go run over here and talk to Coach a little bit, and that's what he said. Said she is a shooter. She's a real good shooter. It's going to be fun to watch her in the future.
Nina Sanchez comes away with a steal. Coming all the way down, finds McKinley White there, and White's going to be fouled hard. She'll head to the free throw line. As, like you were saying about Sims, it's something that we talk about. Carter Sims, her brother, he has got one of the best-looking free throw shots that I think I've seen. He shoots his free throws so textbook.
Yes.
And his stroke is something to watch. And so far, she's looking very, very similar. As McKinley White right there knocks down the first free throw. Looks like playing with some sound effects. Some of the bench was kind of excited about that one. Second one also falls through.
Principal Roland over there figuring out the soundboard.
Having a little bit of fun with it. As now 60-point lead here from Maybank. Timeout going to be called once again by Kemp. As with a minute 32 left to go here in this one, I would say this is all wrapped up.
I would say it's about as close to being wrapped up as it could be. 25, 26. Trying to add up these points, man. I'm telling you, it's a
lot of points. I think this is some of the most points we've seen out of the girls in a little bit here.
I think this is the most points we've seen from either team so far this year. I think the most we've seen was a 76 piece from the boys. But, yeah, no, this has been a throwdown of epic proportion here in Panther Gymnasium.
Absolutely, as I see the boys out there in the hallway right now, coming inside at the moment, getting ready to lock in for their game, which will be following this one. Kemp taking the final seconds of their timeout here, as it's going to stay on this end of the court with Kemp here. The Emma Bailey doing the inbounding for him. looking for somewhere to go with it. Guarded very closely all around. Nothing going there on that one, as nobody able to touch it. Maybank will take over now. Nina Sanchez going to bring it down here for the Lady Panthers. As we see, Callie Smith right now is playing the big position. Into the corner with Presley Sims. She gives it off to McKinley White up top of the key. Gets it over to Nina Sanchez. Sanchez does a nice job. Another three-pointer on the way for Sims. Ooh, just off the mark with that one. She's able to grab the miss, though. Gets it out to Woods. Woods with a little baseline jumper. She's going to have her shot blocked. Kemp heads the other direction now. Pringle with it, gets it off to Emma Bailey. Bailey with her shot. That one no good. Callie Smith comes away with a rebound. Looking up court. She's got no one that comes out and gets her, so she's going to take it all the way herself. Callie Smith puts in another 2.
8 points for her now tonight. Or excuse me, 9 points for her.
As Kemp, it is Mendez right now with it. Gets it off to Bailey. Bailey into the corner with Pringle. Pringle looks to go on the drive. Going to go all the way, and she ends up knocking that one down. Now it will be Maybank headed the other direction. McKinley White with it. I imagine they're just going to hold on to it and let time expire here, as the 60-point win is going to come to fruition. As McKinley White dribbles it out for the final seconds. And that is how this one will end. 82-22. The Maybank Lady Panthers win it over the Kemp Lady Yellowjakets. As Taylor stands up to go and grab our interviewee. Curious to see who he grabs today. It'll be Miss Kendall Woods that he ends up grabbing over there. So quickly here, let me do this. All right, he got that taken care of.
All right, JD, I've got a new face for a sideline interview here. It is the lady of the hour. It is, well, at least one of the ladies of the hour. It is Miss Kendall Woods. Kendall hitting the double digits tonight. 10 points tonight, leading the charge on defense, and really kind of standing out in the second half here. So just kind of tell us, you know, you played a lot tonight. You were kind of leading the charge a bit, offensively, defensively. So what were you seeing tonight, and how were you feeling tonight? Uh-oh, hold on. Uh-oh, did my mic die? What did I do?
So number 4.
Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, now you should be able to.
Definitely tonight we were just having a lot of fun and working on stuff for the future in the playoffs. And tonight for me it was just there wasn't much to stress about this game, so my confidence was just a little higher, but yeah.
Hey, absolutely. And, you know, y'all have some really young talent, including yourself. You know, you're only a sophomore. Then you've got Honey, who's only a freshman. You got JC as a sophomore. McKinley's a sophomore. But then you add a little bit even more to it tonight, and you get Presley coming out here. So I know you're a young one too, but what can you tell us? How impressed were you with the freshman in her first performance?
What was that?
How impressed were you with the freshman in her first game at Varsity?
Oh yeah, it was good. We all love P, and it's just good to like see all of them get out there and get chances and shots and stuff. So we all get really excited, like when she made that 3 and getting and ones and stuff. So it's really cool.
Absolutely. All right. Well, so now we're a little bit away from Christmas, but I have been asking people this. So what was your favorite thing you got over the Christmas break?
So this Christmas, I got to go on a trip to Florida and see all my family, so that was really fun.
Are you originally from Florida or just family out there?
Yeah, one of my aunts, her parents own a condo up there, so we got to stay there.
Oh, well, yeah, that definitely sounds better than hanging out around here. Well, all right, well, Miss McKinley, or Kendall, I'm sorry, I was talking about McKinley, but Miss Kendall, we appreciate you, and we'll see you next week, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, there she is, Kendall Woods, the sophomore, dropping 10 points tonight. And JD, you know, we talk a lot about just the scrappiness of this team, and Kendall was definitely exuding that here tonight.
Absolutely. She's a very physical player, as she does every time she gets out onto the basketball court. She's a very athletic player as well, and she just she does a great job keeping herself in position to help out her team in any way that she needs to, both on the offensive and defensive sides of the ball. So.
Yes, sir. Well, as I just noticed, they have actually cut some of the time off of this clock, so it is already just about time for the boys to go. So we've got to do separate broadcasts. So we're going to go ahead and end this one. We'll be back here in about 3-4 minutes with the boys broadcast. Y'all don't go anywhere. Again, final score here was 80-20. Your Maybank Lady Panthers take out the Kemp Lady Yellowjakets. We'll be back after this. I guess there's no after this, but it's whatever.
This concludes tonight's broadcast on Cedar Creek Media. Thank you for watching. We hope you'll join us again soon.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.